Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Welcome to your movie mornings for Tuesday, December the 10th. I couldn't remember. Man, can you believe we're already a third of the way through December? It's insane. What is time? You know, time. It's the. Some say time is the fire in which we burn. It's a good cup. All right, everybody. We got some fun news. I had a whole thing ready for today for this morning, and I threw it all out because last night there was some actually interesting news that broke. Not a whole lot of details on it, but we'll discuss that. And of course, we're going to be talking about the new releases, both in digital and physical this week, because it is Tuesday, which means it's new release day. So let's go ahead and dive in. Real quick, breaking news, even more breaking than the breaking news we're going to cover. The trailer for 28 Years Later has dropped. I haven't got to watch it yet. I did see a GIF. It's GIF. All right. If you're a GIF person, you can just get the HE double hockey sticks out of here. All right. I'm joking. Please stay. Where it looked like Cillian Murphy or Killian Murphy. I've never been told one way or the other. Like maybe he's a zombie. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he is. Maybe it's just a silly thing. I don't know. But in the GIF, it kind of looked like him. But maybe they just did that as a joke on the set. Who knows? You know, 28 weeks later or 20 years later seems like a very funny film set. You know. I'm joking. But yeah, go check out the trailer. Let me know what you think. All right, let's get into story numero 1. Chris Evans will return to Marvel in Avengers Doomsday. This is via Humberto Gonzalez from The Wrap. Broke a little bit late for me yesterday. It was 6 p.m. yesterday for me. Chris Evans is returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as part of the cast for Avengers Doomsday, the highly anticipated sequel that will also star Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. Spoiler if you didn't know about that casting. The Wrap has learned exclusively. Evans will be involved in some capacity, but the extent and exact nature of his role is unknown. After sunsetting as Steve Rogers' character in 2019's Avengers Endgame, Evans recently made a brief MCU return in this summer's Deadpool and Wolverine, but as his character Johnny Storm from Fox's Fantastic Four movies, not as Captain America. That was fantastic, by the way. I didn't mean... Yeah, Fantastic Four. I didn't mean it. I'll take it. I didn't mean it, but I'll take it. I loved that. Honestly, the opening bit where he's like, you know, flame on, all that's great. But I think it was after credits, where you just hear him say just the most horrific things that anybody in Marvel has ever said. That cracked me up. That was hilarious. I really like that. The Russo brothers, who directed both Evans and Downey Jr. in Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame, are returning to direct Avengers Doomsday and its direct sequel, Avengers Secret Wars. Avengers Doomsday is slated for release on May 1st, 2026. Evans' return to the MCU has long been rumored in fanboy circles, but Marvel declined to comment. The circumstances of his return are of particular interest, given that his Steve Rogers character was an old man by the end of Avengers Endgame, but Downey Jr. is returning to Marvel as a Tony Stark variant after his on-screen version of Stark died in Endgame, so all options are on the table. Is that confirmed? As Dr. Doom is a Tony Stark variant? I don't think that's been confirmed, right? I mean, I guess it would make sense, but like, again, Chris Evans played Johnny Storm. That's not a Captain America variant. So I mean, like, Robert Downey Jr. can play, you know, Victor Von Doom. Interesting. I don't think that's confirmed. That's probably the case, but I don't think it's confirmed. Evans' team did not immediately respond to the Wrap's request for comment. Evans last appeared as Captain America in 2019's Avengers Endgame. Anthony Mackie is Captain America in the current iteration of the MCU, and he'll next be seen in the Marvel film Captain America Brave New World opposite Harrison Ford, which opens on February 14th, 2025. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Which that movie looks fantastic. Cannot wait for that. I mean, it's in the trailers, so if you don't want to know anything, then avoid the next, 5 seconds of words that I'm about to say. Red Hulk looks fantastic. I was kind of surprised. Didn't think he would. Harrison Ford looks just wonderful. Wonderful. Evans first appeared as a super soldier in 2011's Captain America the First Avenger and reprised his role in the sequels Captain America the Winter Soldier and Captain America Civil War, in addition to starring in 4 Avengers movies. Outside of Marvel, Evans also starred in 2019 murder mystery Knives Out, which is wonderful. The Apple TV Plus limited series Defending Jacob, which I didn't see. Pixar's 2022 animated film Lightyear, which was not good. Sorry, it was just not good. And he played villain Lloyd Hansen opposite Ryan Gosling in 2022's The Gray Man, which was directed by the Russo brothers. Most recently, Evans appeared alongside Emily Blunt in 2023's Pain Hustlers and Ghosted, a romantic action comedy with Ana de Armas. Evans can currently be seen in Amazon MGM's Red One opposite Dwayne Johnson. So, as you can tell, banger after banger for Chris Evans. I'm being facetious here. I like Chris Evans. I think he's funny. Obviously Scott Pilgrim, very wonderful. Chris Evans returning to the MCU. What do we think about this? I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. Wow, cord got stuck. Sorry about that. I'm cautiously optimistic. Maybe I could go with optimistically pessimistic. I'm optimistic that they'll do something good with it, but I don't necessarily like it. I'm not shocked that they're gonna bring back the core Avengers, right? This is still a film franchise after all. Even though I know comic books do their own thing, and Endgame was a good ending point. They're obviously building to Secret Wars, and that's going to be... I feel like Secret Wars is going to be bigger than Endgame as far as, scope and impact on the MCU. I truly, I've said this in other things, but I truly feel like that's going to be the reset point for the entire Marvel Universe. Not even reset, you can jump on here because it's all... No. Maybe reboot. I don't know. I think it's just going to be basically a clean slate at that point. I don't know. I'm sure it's very complicated because, you got some people you want to keep on. You got, Blade is going to come out, right? I mean, they're working on Blade. So, you wouldn't want to necessarily do one Blade movie, reset the universe, and then have to reintroduce Blade as a new person, or just scrap the character altogether. You wouldn't want to do that. Miss Marvel, right? Miss Marvel is a fun character. She's a mutant. Again, you wouldn't want to have to reintroduce all these people. So I don't know. It's gonna be one of those comic book things where some of it's real, some of it's some of it is still canon, some of it's not. Kind of like James Gunn's DCU, I feel like, is what Marvel is going to be. Yeah, there's some things that still happen, but hey, we also have a new Iron Man. And it's, Timothy Chalamet is the new Iron Man, right? But they're going for a much younger, Iron Lad, or whatever. Yeah, Chris Evans back in the MCU. Not confirming who he's playing is interesting. Do we think he's going to be someone else besides Steve Rogers? Or do we think, he's going to be old man Steve Rogers? I feel like there was a comic where there was an old man Steve Rogers. Kind of looks like, I feel like he looked like Clint Eastwood. I could be wrong. Still kicking butt, taking names. I mean, that would be... I feel like that'd be fun for a minute, but like an entire movie, especially an entire 2 movies with Old Man Steve, I don't know if that's what we want. Honestly, I don't even know if I want the same Steve Rogers that we had. Like, dude's life kind of was all over the place. His friend got brainwashed. He sacrificed himself. Like, and then when we leave him, he finally got to live out his happy ending, right? So like, I kind of like the idea that he, we just kind of let him go off into the sunset, and he has a happy rest of his life. Like, I kind of like that. I want that to be the case. I don't necessarily want to drag him out and be like, oh, hey, sorry. Nah, you don't get that anymore. I'd rather see, I don't know. But at the same time, do I really want to meet a new Steve Rogers that I don't know, even though it's basically the same Steve Rogers? I don't know. It's complicated. Like, I get it, and I'm sure it'll be good. I'm not excited. I mean, let me rephrase that. I am excited. I wish they would have done something different, and I wish these would be more cameo-sized roles, Like, you see Chris Evans walking out as Captain America during the Secret Wars battle or whatever. Like, that's a big pop, But now it's just like he's just a main character, and it's like, let's spread it out. We got Pedro Pascal now, Like, let's figure this out. Let's spread the love. I don't know. I'm interested. I'm intrigued either way, and obviously I will be there no matter what. One last bit of contention I do have with it that I don't want to skip over here is the Anthony Mackie. He's just now getting his Captain America movie, and like, it's not even out yet, and we're already being like, hey, old Captain America's coming back. And like, I wish they'd get ahead of it and be like, he's not Captain America, he's playing King the Conqueror or something, like, hopefully not that. That would be really weird. That would make absolutely no sense. But I hope we get something like that before Captain America Brave New World comes out, because then if that doesn't do good, which it should, it looks fantastic, and as long as a bunch of buttholes that's G-rated enough, right? As long as they don't cause it to tank, because they're like, oh, DEI, it ruined my Captain America, a bunch of bull stuff. This is a topic I'd be much more inclined to talk about fully during our nightly streams, where I can not have to worry about not getting that E tag on our videos and podcasts. Explicit, just to be clear. So I'll just say, I'm excited for Anthony Mackie. I hate that this is coming out and that maybe it's going to water down his run as Captain America. Like, I would have loved for him to be clear and free to be Captain America without any proposition of a return of Chris Evans. Like, now that that's just out there, it's like, I feel like you're just kind of, taking the wind out of his wings. Thank you. Let me know what you think. Where am I at? Where am I at here? Should I just trust, blind faith, be happy? Should I be just even more pessimistic about it? Where are you at? Let me know. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you all think. It's not going to change how I think. I'm curious what the consensus is on all of this. So now, let's go ahead and get into the new releases for this week. We got a little bit. We got a few. First up, Venom: The Last Dance has hit VOD. That's right. In the latest installment of Venom's franchise, Eddie Brock and Venom must make a devastating decision as they're pursued by a mysterious military man. Me and Maggie went and watched this. We talked about it on a stream at some point. Not like a full review or anything, but it's fun. It's fun. It's better than the second one, which isn't saying a lot. Just these movies are goofy, the Sonyverse is just, listen, I know I'm being pessimistic, and now I'm talking about another thing that I'm a little bit pessimistic about. So I'm trying not to be. All right, listen, if you like Venom, that's great. I hope you enjoy this movie. I hope you have a great time. I hope it's fun. Me personally, I laughed and chuckled. There's a lot of question marks in this, especially for it to be the quote-unquote final Venom movie with Tom Hardy. Like, there's a lot opened. So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily tell you to go out and rent it immediately. I'd wait until it hits streaming and watch it. Unless you're just really dying to see it. If you're really dying to watch this, then yeah, go for it, obviously. But if you're like, I'll watch it at some point, don't spend $30 to buy it. Definitely don't spend, I think it's like $10 to rent or something crazy. Don't do it. It's not worth running out and watching. All right, next up we got Heretic hit VOD. Two young missionaries are forced to prove their faith when they knock on the wrong door and are greeted by a diabolical Mr. Reed played by Hugh Grant. I'm not going to read the rest of it just in case. Heretic releases on VOD on December 10th. That is today. I was very curious about this one. I didn't get to make it to the theaters to watch it. I think we had tickets at one point and just wasn't able to go. But I thought it looked good. I'd like to be able to watch it. I prefer to stream from the streaming services I pay for, as opposed to paying to rent movies for 24 hours. That's just me. So yeah, it looks good. Check it out. Hitting Netflix today, we got the Jamie Foxx special. What had happened was, this is Jamie Foxx returns to the stage to set the record straight. So it's like a stand-up special. It hits Netflix today, and I believe he's supposed to talk about what had happened with where he's in the hospital and stuff. So probably be funny. Jamie Foxx, funny guy. We also got Secret Level, the first half of the season. Comes out today. So this is story set within the worlds of some of the most beloved video games. I have not watched this yet, but I think it's 8 episodes has come out. I know there's one about Pac-Man, and I think there's one about Mega Man. I think Mega Man has one. And then probably a lot more modern stuff that is, good. I don't know. Give me Nintendo or give me nothing. If you're gonna do a video game anthology, you're not gonna even throw Samus in there. What are we even doing? What are we even doing? Get out of here. I'm joking. I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be good. All right, physical releases, everybody. We got a few here I want to point out. All of these, again, we have the links in the description and the pinned comment of this video, and the description on the podcast, of course. These are affiliate links, so if you click on those, if you're planning on buying any of these, then not only will you get your movie like you're planning on, but you also help support Hopefully Awesome. So there you go. We got No Country for Old Men hitting 4K, the Criterion Collection. Riddick is on 4K. Willow 4K Steelbook. We got Silent Night, Deadly Night from 1984 hitting 4K. Ted 4K. I wonder if Ted still holds up. There was an image I saw when Ted first came out, and they replaced the cover of Mark Wahlberg and Ted the teddy bear. But they replaced Ted the teddy bear with Ted from How I Met Your Mother. It was just a very silly image. Mark Wahlberg is still, just laughing, and Ted Mosby is just kind of looking at him. I thought it was funny. Let's see here. Interstellar 4K. You got Requiem for a Vampire 4K. Whatever that, I have no idea what that is. Doctor Who's 60th anniversary. Here you go. These are the 60th anniversary specials. Hits Blu-ray. If you haven't checked those out, definitely worth watching, especially if you're a Doctor Who fan. They are also on Disney Plus, to be clear. We got Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Looks like it's just Blu-ray. It doesn't look like it's on 4K. And there's a few others listed on here. Not necessarily anything I want to call out. But yeah, quite a few Blu-rays. Not as many as the first of the month, but still quite a few. Later on in the week, we got a few more releases coming out, so we're just going to get caught up on those real quick. Coming out tomorrow, December 11th, we got Dream Productions, set in the studio where Riley from the Inside Out films dreams are made every night. Paula faces a nightmare of her own. Her signature combination of dreams isn't working anymore. So, I think that'll be fun. That sounds funny. I think it's set between, Inside Out 1 and 2? In between them, I believe. Red 1 hits Prime Video on the 12th. So no need to rush out to the theaters. You can now watch it on Prime Video. And hey, if you don't have Amazon Prime, we got a 30-day free trial description in this video, just so you know. When a villain kidnaps Santa Claus from the North Pole, an elf, extremely large and formidable operative, I hate this, joins forces with the world's most accomplished tracker to find him and save Christmas. This movie sounds like trash. I'm sorry. It sounds awful. But it's free now. So, like, will I watch it? Maybe. Will you watch it? Are you going to watch any of this? Are you going to buy anything? What do you think about, I got tons of questions for you. So let me know in the comments. Keep the conversation going. Of course, we'll be back again tomorrow. More news. We'll go over your comments. If you're bold enough to leave any, we'll go over them. See where we all land on this whole Chris Evans thing. But that's going to wrap it up for us today. Of course, we'll be live again tonight with Going Back to Smallville, so be sure and stop by. We're watching, or we're talking about the season 6 episode Static. The introduction of a special new DC Comics character has arrived. Very exciting. And of course, we'll be back again tomorrow. But that's going to wrap it up for me, everybody. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a hopefully awesome day.